for that. They will always want to look for other opportunities, such as in the top lane, as that's a pretty good start. No, Kara! No way! Hey! No! What was that? Oh, Kara! A little bit of a dance, Michael Jackson move going on about, making sure that she did not go down. But in the meantime, King Kong draws first blood down over to Fish God, and Unicorn being the next one taken down. They might not have enough damage, but at least when it comes down to Unicorn, it's a great bruiser. So we'll see how that eventually plays out, as we immediately will be able to see the Tsunami Slam working it out, but not quite enough to bring anyone down just yet. While Unicorn all the way at the backside.
Like, he cancelled out an ultimate with a second skill twice.
Huh? Okay, I did not see that at all.
Damage that a Hilda can very potentially make out, but I do need to really keep my eyes onto Ares now. But the tidal wave, once again, this is just...
The Hilda will definitely be able to push the Phoveus away, but I definitely don't think that the Phoveus will go down that easily, per se. Oh, but fast.
Was that her bombs cleared the lane a little bit too fast for their liking, so they only really nerfed that one. So now I'm looking at Ares. I want to see how he's able to harass either Super Prince or Brusco here. We don't see the emblem, so he can either go for Furnace or Thrill.
So right off the start, I think that what YBinGame will want to do is to completely do the opposite of what they have done in the previous game. Clear away fast. But we're talking about a Juicin plus a Kalia. As you can see, it's not that easy. But at least for Onic PH, they are immediately making their way and forking right out to see what are the kinds of information that we have. They know that the studio started up to the top lane. They know also that Unicorn and Ares is not making their way to anywhere else at the top lane and the mid-bottom lane. So at least they still have got some time and chance to breathe.
Yeah, Ares definitely have the thrill here. As well as Pull Yourself Together. Ares as well as Brusco both using Pull Yourself Together. So with more assists that they have, the more access to Flicker that they have. And for me, I feel like going up against a Kalia lane. Oh, hold on. Kalia's going to get attacked here.
No,
it looks like Brusco is going to be fine.
Yeah, still gonna be fine now. At least she's got healing. Let's remember that. So she's gonna be really sticky in the middle.
Yeah, the thing, Abstract, they should have gone heavy on level 1, but now Fish God taking quite a bit of damage against King Kong and Kirk. And now just going back to my point, if you're going up against a Kalia, level 1 is when you want to go aggressive, because level 1, Kalia does not have a heal. Kalia needs level 2 to get a heal. So once she gets level 2, it's like you miss your window.
Yeah, so I think that for YBinGame, they are too afraid to kind of like go in because they're not too sure about the potential of Kalia as well as the level 2 power spike that Kalia potentially have and the effects that it would do onto the Juicin in the mid lane. But regardless, YBinGame, they have been very cautious in their gaming and in their laning phase, and I wouldn't fault them for that. They will always want to look for other opportunities, such as in the top lane, as that's a pretty good start. No, Kara! No way! Hey! No! What was that? Oh, Kara! A little bit of a dance, Michael Jackson move going on about, making sure that she did not go down. But in the meantime, King Kong draws first blood down over to Fish God, and Unicorn being the next one taken down. And Brusco even takes one onto Lucas. That was unimaginably chaotic for YBinGame.
That's one of those plays where you take off your headset and be like, guys, I'm done.
Yeah,
like,
I would.
That was a perfect gank, and now they're just continuing.
Oh man, this is the power of the snowball that Onic PH is able to get for themselves. But right now, they are pushing all the way in on the YBinGame. They are hoping that they will be able to do a little bit more. And now Fish God is not a lot, he doesn't have a lot of HP left. But the only thing he can go is full on committal. And for that fact, he sacrificed himself to bring Brusco down. Not exactly a great trade, but at least it's still something.
The fact that Kelra avoided by staying still, that hurts.
That hurts.
The worst thing is, that was a good gang. He literally did not move, and you didn't hit him.
This is...
He's playing mind tricks. He's playing mind tricks on you.
This would not work against Pops, dude. But that is a great flick of blast away on the dragon coming in from Ares, but not quite enough to bring Super Prince down at all, though, because of the massive amount of HP that the Super Prince have got from the Pops. As such, Kirk takes a double kill right down on the YBinGame, and they started 4 minutes into the game. They are already looking at a 3,000 goal lead.
this also highlights the amount of heal that Brusco can give to his team. And Super Prince, he can heal himself with his emblem setup. And again, it's like YBinGame being down almost 4,000 gold at 4 minutes, losing almost 1,000 gold per minute. This is gonna be rough. They need damage, and Unicorn dying twice. I'm not so sure if Unicorn can give enough damage.
Yeah, I mean, oh, Grant, it's kind of hard for YBinGame to even try to contest for this turtle. I mean, despite the fact that Lucas is currently at level 6, King Kong at level 8, that 2-level disparity is a little bit too hard for you to work with, but still YBinGame still wants to go for that as a Tsunami Slam connects as well as a Lantern Flare. As such, that is going to be the front line that is taken down. There is no way for YBinGame to try to go for any form of pickup. They gotta fall back and give and concede the turtle over to Onic PH, but that's not all just yet, as Onic PH sees the opportunity to catch a random unicorn skipping and hopping somewhere else that is not defended.
YBinGame right now almost down by 5,000. Bilexi is trying to get as much farm as he can. Brusco is just waiting. Again, that tidal wave can engage from a very long distance, and it looks like he's going straight forward for Ares.
Not again, as Ares takes another L for himself, while King Kong puts up quite a bit of damage all the way out the top lane, but there we go. Gold lane. Hit for a tad. Both of the gold lane is going down. That was great for YBinGame.
Oh yeah, if I'm Bilexi, I'll take that all day. You know, it's like, I died, sure, but I took down Kara with me, guys. Like,
yeah.
We won.
We've got an advantage here. We got a bit.
Exactly.
But it still fit a 500 goal lead though. But definitely, it just shows that YBinGame still have got their name in the game. Still sticking to the status quo. It is tough though. It is really tough. As Ares now no longer have got that capabilities and the tankiness to really just jump over to the backline. At this point, I would confidently say that anyone that Ares pick out, just go for it. They might not have enough damage, but at least when it comes down to Unicorn, it's a great bruiser, so we'll see how that eventually plays out, as we immediately will be able to see the Tsunami Slam working it out, but not quite enough to bring anyone down just yet, and while Unicorn all the way at the backside do have got that airstrike, to hope that it will be able to split the fight altogether. Not quite enough, as Fish God will take the L for that one once again, while Kirk just proxies in between, pushes the rest of YBinGame away. King Kong does the same in the middle.
And looks like Unicorn is gonna get taken down by King Kong. And actually, let me put this on the record. Brusco's mechanic on this Kalia. Before that, Bilexi is just trying to survive. As I was saying, Brusco used the tidal wave to cancel out the Way of the Dragon twice. One at the turtle pit and one at the top side of the turret. Like, he canceled out an ultimate with a second skill twice.
Huh? Okay, I did not see that at all. Ouch! Wait, I kind of forgotten just how much damage that a Hilda could very potentially make out, but I do need to really keep my eyes onto Ares now. But the tidal wave once again, this is just out-showing the show at this point in time. Brusco is insane when it comes down to taking all these Tsunami Slams in.
Just see about the Hilda killing the Moskov. The Moskov is level 8. Hilda is level 10.
Oh,
and
crap.
She's 6-0-2. 6-0-2. Like, you know, just saying, you know. He does not have enough damage. And now Kara having the Malefic Gun, added range. I would say this is, if it wasn't checkmate before, it's definitely checkmate now.
It's
10,000 gold difference in 7 minutes.
Yeah. The 2-1 prediction is definitely some copium right now, the way that I see it. I was really hoping that YBinGame would be able to change the way that they play a little bit more. I do like the change in the drafting though, having more priorities in the middle lane. But it's more of the adaptability that they are not willing to go head-to-head against Super Prince as well as Brusco, especially since Brusco and Super Prince outright disrespected them by going past the river and say, come on, hit me.
Philippines sending 3 members. Ares tried to catch someone, but again, look at that.
Huh?
Look at that. He could not use his ult.
Wait, was that the tidal wave? Oh!
Tidal wave into a Tsunami Slam.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Yeah, again, Ares was invisible. He was using the conceal. Tidal wave into a concealed choke. And then you know, Tsunami Slam ends it.
That's masterclass
Roma Masterclass. As we were talking about Roma Masterclass, Aries immediately turned right back as he managed to get a really nice kick down on the Brusco and finally taken down one of the main core person from the side of Onic PH. With the lack of the frontliners, Onic PH may have a tad bit of difficulty trying to tackle down on all of these inhibitor turrets, but still, they still have the firepower to back it all up. So YBinGame, they still gotta have to keep their toes up and they gotta have to be real careful. Painful.
Oh yeah, painful. And let me just say, Brusco, and when you can use Kalia in Rome and it works, and then use Kalia in EXP and it works, and then you see some guy using Kalia in jungle and it works.
For real.
Like, at that point, you know she's pretty strong.
And
I actually feel she's better as an EXP. I'm just saying.
I do want to try that out now.
No, essentially what you do is you keep controlling them and then you heal up. And then they just don't know what to do with your heal.
I do want to know
As
how the
roamer,
matchup is like against Hilda though. I do want to know how the matchup would be like though against like Hilda, because you got a lot of healing in your own brushes as well.
For me, I just use my Tsunami Slam to bring her into the turret, and then I use my Tidal Wave.
I'm gonna try it out the next time. You know what? I'm gonna play EXP Kalia later on during my break. Since
It's
I think,
good,
yeah,
me.
okay, I'll let you know how that's gonna work out. But speaking of working out, it is going to be Brusco going straight in for the suplexes right down on the fish guard, brings him completely out of position while the Lord tramples and pillages down to the bottom lane. King Kong made some exceptions down in the top lane and built up quite a bit of a rally lead all the way up top, while the Lord is just putting up quite a bit of fight all the way down to the bottom, pushing the rest of YBinGame away. The garrison's pretty strong from the side of Onic PH, but in the meantime, the creeps are just marching in to the top lane, bring all of the interior turrets down. YBinGame though, we do have the Cho that's back, but that is an ultimate from the side of Super Friends to make sure that he's out of the range from Aries. As such, the way the dragon did not work out well for him at all. 4-man down, make that 5-man down, but before the 5-man goes down, the core goes cracking all the way down, and that is going to be 2 games in a row for Onic PH.
Abstract, let me ask you, in 11 minutes, if the opponent has 6,000 gold above you, do you feel like that's a hard game to win against?
I would, in rank, yeah, I would say that, yeah, I don't have the mental capability.
6,000 is a lot. Imagine
Yes.
16.